Okay. Hello.
Hi.
And it's spooky season. This is Leslie. This is Tania. We're in semi-costume tonight, because it is spooky season and Halloween is on Tuesday.
It is.
So we thought we would we would show up in some of our costume. Not that you can really see it, thanks to our spooky background here.
Right.
I was just telling Tanya, no pun intended, I look like death warmed over.
We look cool.
But
Whatever.
I wonder why they say that. Did they think death is a ice skate? Death warmed over. Like, what does that exactly mean? Like, it melts? I don't know. I wonder about that. So anyhow, I'm going off on a tangent. We are about to start our podcast, and I think we're just going to follow up kind of things that we talked about the last time, and we'll talk about where we're going and come up with a plan of action. So please excuse me while, of course, give us the grace, please, because me and technology, we don't seem to get along as well as I'd like. But anyhow, I am going to start the other part of the podcast in just a moment. Okay. Let's see if I can do it this time. I have not been all that successful. Okay. Hello.
Hi.
This is Leslie and Tanya from MindScapes717, and we are here today on the Sunday before Halloween. We're all dressed up. You should see Tanya. She looks adorable, and you can see her if you go to YouTube and look up MindScapes717. Mm-hmm. She's wearing a Mad Hatter costume, and I am supposed to be Gaia.
You've been supposed to be.
But you can't tell, so... You can't tell, so... I mean, I have my wings on, but you can't even see it in the video, so... There you go.
But we can post on Tuesday. We're gonna go full out costume. We will be posting. We'll be, and this is just enough to give you an idea, because obviously we're not gonna dress out all the way because you can't even see it anyway.
Yeah.
But Tuesday we will. We will dress up. We will take pictures. We'll post. Come find us on TikTok.
Yes. Well, we're actually doing quite a bit in the next week or so. So Tuesday we're going to this. I know you like
open mic night.
Open mic night at a cider place, Lost Boys Ciders, if anyone knows it. So we're mentioning it. And we're really excited about it because we want to see who comes. It's like bring your own instrument night, also.
It's like free grabs. Like whoever gets there first gets to go. It's so cool.
I know. I can't wait.
I know.
There's no way that I would ever do that. I don't have the courage to do that, but certainly, and
don't have the skills.
Neither do I have the skill, right? But certainly I'm really excited to see other people up there doing it. So
and they have good cider, so that helps.
Yeah, it does help.
We'll probably grab some dinner and have some cider and have a good Halloween.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. And then on the weekend,
we're 5 days away.
I know, I cannot wait. We are going to Wilmington, North Carolina, where we're gonna check out coffee places, because apparently there's a lot of
there's
coffee
so
places.
Many. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be on coffee.
Now we are staying near, is it called Wright Beach or something like that?
Wrightsville?
Yeah, something
Beach?
like that. We're staying there, so it's a little bit from like the city center or whatever, but we are going there. I heard that Wilmington means Wilhelm's estate, and heard that there's like a 400-year-old oak tree that is there, and
that's cool.
That there's a lot of films that have been there, like Cape Fear is there. So we're gonna look around and see if anybody would be willing to talk to us about the culture, like. We learned in Pittsburgh different words and the different...
And then the pierogies. I have my shirt on.
Exactly.
I had to rep the pierogies. I got asked about my shirt today at work.
Did you really?
I did. One of my clients was like, what is that? I was like, pierogies. Guess where I found this story out? I got to share about my shirt. It was nice.
I wore my Yins shirt
yesterday.
You? And everyone was asking me about it. Like,
I love it.
What is that? And
yep.
I'm like,
yeah.
After we got back. So yesterday we did a brunch. That was freaking fantastic. We had so much fun.
A drag brunch.
Yes, it was a drag queen.
We posted it. Yes. I posted it. All of the little tidbits. And it's so, oh my God. The food was fantastic. The drinks were great.
Oh.
And they're all three of them. Fantastic. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So we would like to call them or to go to another show or to, call them out here as well in case
Sad brunch.
Sad brunch is what it's called. And let me tell you, I have not had that much fun in a long, long time. It was
fantastic.
The people there too.
So
everyone
much fun.
who showed up, they were so enthusiastic and so much fun and were so into it, and it was freaking fantastic. It really was.
Oh no, it was the best.
People were dancing along with them, and
so much fun. They did little games for like birthdays.
Oh my God, it was great.
And then they did like it was like musical chair with shots.
Musical shots.
It was so awesome. Shots.
I mean, who wouldn't like that?
I mean, come on.
So, and they rewarded people with shots. So
yeah,
I mean, it was great.
Oh my God,
it
absolutely.
Was great. It was like a perfect place.
It was really nice.
But it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and we would definitely do it again. It was.
Oh, and the DJ.
Oh, the
DJ
so
Statistics. Woo! She is awesome.
So good. She was really, really good.
Awesome.
So yeah. Anyhow, so we did that. So like I said, we've been doing a lot, and we're hoping that you come along with us. So we posted on TikTok if you want to see some pictures of that. And did we do Instagram?
I think we did.
I don't know if we did,
but definitely TikTok.
Yeah, definitely TikTok. Again, we're just MindScapes717. You can find us everywhere now. Spotify, YouTube,
TikTok, Instagram, and then there's a Facebook group as well.
Exactly. Come find us. We want to hear from you.
Yeah.
And talking about wanting to hear from you, we really want to say, if you have a place in Wilmington that you know about that you think Tania and I would like or explore or whatever, let us know because we're interested.
Yeah. Because we can also, whatever is kind of neighboring as well, because we're going to drive down. So obviously, if there is something to hit before, that's also cool too. Like, I don't know if there's anything from Virginia down to Wilmington, because that'd be cool too to kind of stop somewhere.
Exactly.
Before we get there, because we'll be by the beach and stuff, and we're kind of off like the beaten path.
Yeah, exactly.
So anything before that would be really cool too.
Yeah. So if you know anything, and I know we've seen some really great themed coffee places.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
We saw the dinosaur themed one, and so we know that we're going there. So if you see us, if you see us, say hi. Sure. We want to hear from you. So anyway, so we're doing that, and then what? And then we're doing another event on the 18th of November with cider. Something about the wharf or something like that. It's like a cultural event. It's like a cultural event.
I can't remember. We'll post it and stuff. We'll
exactly. So we're looking forward to that too. And then I'm going to Atlanta in between, our stuff, but for work. I'm going to a public health conference, and it's huge. I mean, there's like thousands of people that are going to this, and when I say thousands, I mean not like 1,000. I'm talking over 20,000 apparently who are going. So it's a huge conference, and so I'll be going to that. I won't be able to stay the whole time, but I'll be there and bring back some news to bring here.
Yes, for sure.
Because I think it's really important to spread awareness about what's going on in the healthcare field and what's going on.
What are the dates you'll be gone?
The 11th through the 14th.
Okay.
Yeah. Saturday through Tuesday, basically.
So we might have to do 2 while we're gone.
Yeah.
In Wilmington.
Exactly. Or we can do a Zoom thing too. So whatever.
Okay.
Whatever we can do. You know.
So we're just thinking out loud here, guys. Just ride with us.
Exactly.
Ride with us. Well, we figure it out. I knew about this thing. It's not like I didn't. I just don't remember the dates.
Yeah.
Because there's other stuff I know we have coming up that we're looking into. So
exactly. And then of course our Christmas cruise is coming up, and we're spending New Year's in New Orleans as well. So, you'll be getting plenty from us on culture and
you're gonna be
all
sick of
sorts
us
of things.
for December. Fuck that.
We're sick of us.
We're gonna be partying and bringing in the new year the right way.
Exactly.
I'm so excited.
But anyway, I guess we should get to the heart
of
the heart of what we are here for. Anyhow, so our podcast is about culture and mental health, and a lot of the culture that we talked about last time was surrounding healthcare, the healthcare field. And unfortunately, we have received more news that although that there's all these like resilience training and well-being stuff and all these new things that are coming in the healthcare fields, all of the healthcare fields, not just, frontline like doctors, but we're talking about firefighters, we're talking about EMS, we're talking about, public health, we're talking about all sorts of different types of health. But it's coming down the pike that, just having these well-being courses is actually causing more stress for the employee than not, because of course you have to take these courses either on your own time or during times when you're at work, when you're not busy. And when has that ever happened? Right. And then if you get a deadline put on it, then of course there's more stress involved in like when am I going to do this, how am I going to do this. So things are changing down the pike, and leaders are becoming much more aware that there needs to be more spotlight on the voices of you. Like, we need to hear from you to see what we can do to remedy the situation, because suicide rates are up, divorce rates are up among all healthcare professionals, and chronic illness has shown its ugly face, along with weird things that are coming up for people. I say weird things. I have Lyme disease. I've had Lyme disease for quite a while. So some people call it chronic. Some people don't. Some people say it's a not true. Insurance companies don't like it. But whatever the case may be, it's something that I go through. Well, it seems that people who are in high stress positions are also coming up with these autoimmune issues, and it's becoming pretty prevalent. So, and mental health issues.
Absolutely.
Do you have any?
Oh, I have a lot of people that have chronic illness, and again, we always say physical health is mental health. Well, they're one of the same. And I know there are a lot of people experiencing a lot of autoimmune and also just chronic illness, right? Like migraines. I have migraines personally. So if it's not a migraine, it is stomach issues. I have a lot of that too, like GI stuff. And then kind of like body pains or like inflammation stuff has been coming up a lot. And those are the things that obviously the more stress you put your body through anxiety and all of the stuff, you are going to feel it. Like, there is no way you can't be so high strung all the time and not have something, right? Because our stomach is the first thing anxiety likes to attack. It's one of the same with everything else, right? And as a woman, we already have all of the other stuff happening. So your period, right? The women's reproductive system is, now we're seeing that it's actually in the DSM, something like PMDD, which is a premenstrual something disorder. PCOS. And PCOS, right. And endometriosis, and these things are coming up. What the fuck? I forgot what PMDD was, but that's something else that we're like, it's in the book, it's in the DSM now, in our manual that we look at. But they're seeing a lot of hormone stuff, GI stuff, migraines, which I think that was always a thing, because I've had migraines my entire life at this point. But these things really do. When I have a migraine, I literally want to die. Like, I am in a dark room, cold room, eyes shut, like, the room is spinning. Like, it's really bad. So you can't tell me you don't feel, depressed or anxious when you feel all of those things all at once. Especially when your senses start being attacked and you can't really, function. Because it's bad. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's unfortunate that mental health is not seen as a priority in the healthcare field, because we spend the majority of time helping others, and it's so much easier for us to help others than to think about ourselves, right? And that's part of the culture that she and I are living in, and I'm sure some of you are also, because like I said, the healthcare field is vast.
Oh yeah.
And you know, we have to start actually considering ourselves, like putting ourselves as priorities. And I say that it's hard to say that because we have priorities. I mean, we have families, we have responsibilities, we have things that we have to do. You know, whether you have kids and you have to take them to their practices, or whether you have, you know, big families that you have to take care of, and you're the caretaker, or whether, you know, you're taking care of friends and family. You know, whatever the case may be, you're still prioritizing others before you're prioritizing yourselves, and that actually affects your health too. You know, even if it's like half an hour a day where you sit in the shower or a bath or, you know, whatever, and just try and de-stress or decompress the day, you know, by, I don't know, meditation.
Yeah, a lot of people like to talk out their stuff.
Yeah.
I actually had someone say that the shower time was, and I'm like, well, it's the most grounding thing you can do.
Yeah.
When you shower, you have a routine. You don't think about it. You literally grab the shampoo, the conditioner, the body wash. You already know what to do, and you have your way of doing it. So the last thing you really have to do is to think about what you're doing. Because I caught myself the other day thinking about some shit too, and I was like, oh, well, damn. Like, this is really one of those places where it's so easy to just think about stuff and try to process in the shower.
Exactly.
Or a bath or something where you can't go anywhere else. Like, you're kind of stuck, and like you ground yourself, and you don't have to think, and you kind of can process and kind of sit with things and like, oh, okay. And then you kind of then write it down. I think journaling, for me personally, I don't go there first because I don't journal. That is just, I've tried. I can't stick. Do not have it. But a lot of people like to write it down, or even on stickies, and keep stickies at their desk or whatever. It's just, you just have to get it out somehow and ground yourself by doing the breathing, the meditation. Those are things that we are going to put on the website, right?
Yes.
The stuff that you did for mindfulness. I think it's super important to find. There's so much on YouTube, on Google. Yeah, I mean, we could probably go next weekend.
Yeah, exactly. So our website is up. It's MindScapes717.com.
Yeah. So we're going to like put that stuff, and there's a lot of things that, well, I know we've been looking for like resources and stuff, and there's just so much out there. There's apps, there's actual journals, there's actual like things that you can do for yourself, and there's like Calm box. Like, if you like subscriptions, because I've been tempted. There's like a therapy box, a Calm box. Girl, I've been looking. I haven't hit that send yet, but it's happening. But those things I think are super helpful. And there's a lot of really cool journals with good prompts that'll like get you thinking. Because sometimes we can't do that when we're stuck in what we're doing and living the day by day. You look up and it's the end of the month and you're like, oh fuck, like what is going on?
Exactly.
It's so easy.
Exactly.
I mean, literally, we're in November at this point.
I know. Can you believe it? I can't.
It's sick. Like, I
know,
don't even know what this year was.
I feel like this whole year has just like flown by.
Oh, absolutely.
Like a witch on a broomstick. But
yes,
but
just
look,
like that.
If you have anybody in your family and you come from a collectivistic family and you're seeking help, I'm putting this out there because I think it's really important. A lot of us, again, this field is very fast in healthcare, don't even know what to do to help some of our relatives when they're going through something. And it doesn't matter if it's individualistic or collectivistic, families. But if you are in a collectivistic family and the thought of mental health is abhorrent or is not seen as something that is like good for anybody because of the stigma with mental health, you can still get in touch with us because we do have the resources available for somebody who is willing and has the desire to help themselves.
Yes.
And I think That is the most important aspect. Important aspect.
Girl, I got you.
I know, something has really gotten to me, but an important aspect of wanting to seek help is you have to want it. It can't be everybody else saying you need to do this.
Nope. It ain't gonna
shaking
stick.
Your finger.
And I'm telling you right now, don't come to me.
Right.
As a therapist, do not come to me and not ready to do the work, because I will put you in your place, because it is, being a client is the hardest part of the relationship. As a therapist, I love it. I get to give you everything that I have and then some more. But as a client myself, I don't like to hear about myself. I know I got some shit to work on. That's what I'm doing. But it hurts. It hurts my feelings. So I know how hard it is, but you just have to want it. You can't go in being like, oh, well, everybody says that. And the fuck does that mean?
Or my mother told me to come here. Or God, my aunt told me to come here, because let me tell you, it's not going to work.
People don't stay very long. I've had people come from 1 or 2 and then they ghost me. And I'm like, because you ain't ready. You didn't want to come here.
Yeah, exactly. You have to be ready and willing to put in some work. And as Tanya said, it is not easy. You think self-awareness is easy, like just being situationally aware even. It is not easy.
It's very lonely sometimes.
Yeah,
it's scary. It's very scary.
Mm-hmm.
But it's important for you to take care of yourself. The whole self-care thing, it really starts with awareness so that you know what you need. And the more you get in tune with yourself and more that you accept yourself, because we don't accept ourselves when we think we are the problem, because this is something that I've talked about literally on a fucking daily basis with clients. When we talk about trauma, anxiety, depression, all of the things, we always want to be the problem. It's easy to be the problem, but we're not a problem to be fixed. Trauma is not what is wrong with you. It is what has happened. Right. And I know a lot of people do not identify with trauma, and that's okay. I'm not here to convince you of it. It's just a lot of things have happened to us, and our system can only take but so much. When you feel yourself being super overwhelmed and you don't know where to turn to, you have to be okay with saying the first things of being like, okay, maybe something isn't right. And we keep saying, please reach out and stuff. Like, obviously, we're not in the space to be like, oh, well, we can definitely do everything for you, because we ain't doing that shit either. We can provide resources and we can help with the website. Like, please feel free to put stuff up, and we can like put links to like Psychology Today and Latinx therapy and all of the resources that are out there. But you have to want it. If someone asks you why you're here, what's the chief complaint, don't you ever say, well, someone, nope. Mm-mm. I was like, if the first word is not I, then we ain't doing this for the right reason. Yes, because someone kind of pointed out and you're like, oh, well, maybe I do need help. Then that's different. You can be like, well, okay, I agree with this. Just please be ready. The self-awareness is hard and it feels gross and it's just really scary. But please be ready, because if not, you're going to be wasting everybody's time, and ain't nobody got time for that.
Exactly. Mm-mm. Now, there are some other programs that are coming down the pike, too, in the healthcare field. Basically, in healthcare, like community health centers as well as hospitals, and that's peer mentorship programs and ambassador programs. And apparently, there's been major pilot programs that have happened with this. And apparently, this has been something that has been highly successful and has reduced a lot of the burden that people go through, because no matter what you think, being in the healthcare business is a lonely place to be. It's not like for instance, mental health. You each have your own offices. Mm-hmm. You can describe that more than anybody else. It's not exactly the, everybody's a family, feeling. And that would be the same in like a dentist office or, in a doctor's office or, whatever.
Because there's a sense of privacy, right? Confidentiality, that it does make it a little bit separate, right? And you kind of have to do it on purpose for privacy reasons. Right.
And in the healthcare field, if you're a nurse or, whatever, even though you're in a team, it's still a rather lonely business. Now, there are differences, like firefighters. Firefighters are a clan, almost like a family. Yeah. Like, you live and breathe together, so that, cook dinners together, you eat together, you know, you save lives together, you go through hell together. You know, that's different. But that doesn't mean that these peer mentorship or ambassador programs don't help you as a firefighter as well, because what they brought to firefighters especially is, you'll never believe this, is this art therapy.
Love it.
And you know, initially the firefighters are like, what the hell is this? But they ended up absolutely, this is a pilot program, ended up absolutely loving it, like really loving it and getting really involved. And when they did, and it was also like a team building exercise, the stress that they had been feeling was proven to be reduced. And that is a huge thing.
That's a big deal.
So there's a lot of things coming down the pike that we're really hoping can help anyone in the healthcare field.
Yeah.
And we're trying to find something that fits. That's the biggest hardship to overcome, right? Because
not every brain needs the things in the same way, and because this is why I don't practice with one modality. Like, we just have to tailor it to the client, and we start kind of big and we kind of start figuring out. I like to piece together things, and because today we might do some CBT, but tomorrow we're going to do some IFS, which is internal family systems. Or then the next day we'll do some trauma, psychoeducation. Like, we just never know what day is going to bring. And I love that they're doing more art stuff. I think that is, as someone who is not artistic, I do not have a single artistic bone in my body. And I'm okay with that. I've come to terms in my 35 years of life. I'm good with that. I don't like it. But a lot of my clients do. A lot of them are real artists. And I think what it gives you is the control. It's the grounding. It is so important to do these things. And I love when my clients bring in their art and they show me if it's not a poem or a story or a picture. Oh my God, the level of talent, I'm loving it. And I'm like, this made you feel better, didn't it? Even though they're still perfectionist about their art, but I'm like, this is beautiful. Like, this can give you the sense. Photography. I mean, I've seen a lot of things. Yeah, some people are so good at this stuff. Yeah. It's so important. Art is such a big scope that I think, because I love the whole music stuff too. Again, I don't have a musical talents, but I love music. And I think kids love that too. And we can definitely, I've had kids like bond with me over music. And it's really nice to see that, you know, they can feel safe even in any kind, because art is so big of an umbrella. There's so many things that you could do in art. But I love that. I think that's awesome that they're doing that.
Well, like I said, and that fits for some of our frontline healthcare professionals, but not all of them, because we have different cultures. Yeah. Right? That's what we're here for, different cultural aspects of mental health. So that helps for firefighters, probably EMS, probably emergency services, you know, also. But when it comes to like hospital, community health, dental, anything else, basically offices, like doctors' offices, whatever, something else needs to happen in order for these peer mentorships to be solidified. So we're working on that. We're working on that on the back end. We're trying to find, and when I say we, I'm talking about the Institute for Health Improvement. I'm talking about public health, big public health groups, APHA. I'm talking about like big organizations and foundations that are striving, AMA, ANA. I mean, when we're talking about, you know, all of this, this has become a forefront concern for leaders. Yeah. And I think you should hear that again, for leaders, because leaders are recognizing that the voices of the people matter. Yeah. You matter. And I think that finally, hopefully, real change, systemic and systematic change can happen. It's not going to be overnight. I mean, let's be realistic. Yeah. Not going to be overnight, but
nothing happens overnight. No. That's not a thing when it comes to your overall mental health and trying to break through the culture and see it differently and see it not be such a stigma or taboo. Yeah. Because, you just can't separate culture from mental health. Like, you just can't.
Right.
People look at this lens of culture of either if it's your family unit culture, if it's your just where you live, or your family's background. Like, there's just such bigger aspects of it, but also very little ones that even within your household, if mom is okay and dad's not, and then they have severe mental health, and then how do they deal with yours? Do they not deal with yours? Because they can't. So many freaking scenarios and ways to deal with culture and mental health. So it is really hard, but I think if we just try to have these conversations, and this is why we do it. We talk about it all the time. We work in it every day, but it is one of those things where it's just important to understand why we're having this conversation. Yes. Even if you're not like, oh yeah, I totally get it. That's fine. But I just hearing this information, and maybe it'll settle somewhere where you feel a little bit less isolated and more included in the conversation. That's okay too, because you don't have to go in this. I hate kind of saying this because I'm a therapist. You don't have to go to therapy all the time and feel like that's the only way to do things. But if you are having this conversation about mental health and understanding mental health, I think that will give you a little bit more self-awareness to be able to finally go that extra mile and just provide self-care. Please take care of yourself. Oh, always.
Like I think we mentioned this the last time, but there's the Oracle of Delphi many, many, many moons ago, where this was a huge thing to think about, like, physician, heal thyself, right? This is something that has been said a lot longer than any of us today have even been alive. So, even if this was said a century ago, which I think it was, more than that, actually, you know, it holds true today. So, we have to deal, you know, with ourselves. Right. And I said this last time too, but we have to heal our healers.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important for us to bring this up because it's a whole different culture. Again, we in the healthcare business tend to want to help others rather than focus on ourselves.
Always.
And I think it's time that, okay, so let me kind of step back and say, I'm doing this research and doing something with school health nurses. I mean, the research has already been over, but now I'm like coding and theming all the stuff. But what we have realized is that during COVID, not only were school health nurses, I mean, they're already isolated with the kind of job that they have, but they were majorly isolated. They were working way overtime. They were seriously burnt out, as many of our healthcare professionals and workers were. But that still resonates today. There's still issues because of COVID. Many do not want to go back to anything to do with healthcare any longer. There's a mass, like, they're all leaving.
Yeah.
I mean,
shit, I would too. After what they've gone through, years of this.
Yeah.
So and it was prior to COVID. I can't imagine what it looks like after COVID.
Yeah. So unfortunately, COVID is still affecting us.
Yeah.
You know, mentally.
Absolutely.
You know, and quite honestly, COVID is still around.
Yep.
You know, we might pretend that it's not, but we're still having issues with COVID. So please take care of yourself and your families.
Yeah.
Just again, self-awareness, situational awareness is really important too. And make sure you take care of that. Get those tests, whatever you need to do. Booster shots. I still have to get my last one.
I do too.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's. What do you think? You think that's about it for today?
I think that's about it for today. Because next time we'll be in North Carolina.
Yep, we'll be in North Carolina.
I'm so excited.
Well, we hope you have a fantastic spooky day on Halloween if you celebrate Halloween. If you don't, that's okay. You know, we're going to have fun with it. So, anyhow,
we'll be posting.
Please come find us. And anyhow, yeah.
That's all for today, folks.
Toodle boo. Oh, I forgot to do music. That's okay. I can do the music. I can turn turn it back on. It's okay. See, I told you. I'm like not with it. I swear.
If it's not one thing, it's just too many things.
I know. It is. It's like whatever. All right. Let's see. Which one is it? I think it's this one. Let me make sure. Nope. Not that one. It's this one.
Did it even record?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like it, but it did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think we did it. So we're going to say toodle-boo to you too. Thank you. See you soon.